Hi, I am Kavya and I am from ECE department. I have created a simple to-do application with JavaScript closures and I am going to show you now. So this is the code I have written for creating simple to-do application. Before understanding the code, we need to first understand the concept of closures. What are closures? Closures in JavaScript occur when a function remembers the variables from its surrounding environment, even after that function has been executed. In this code, closures allow the methods inside the to-do list function to interact with the all array, even after the outer function has returned. Coming to the code, first we have to create a function. I've created a function called to-do list, and this is an arrow function. And inside the to-do list, it defines a local variable all to hold the list of all to-dos. And inside this function, I have created several methods, and these methods form a closure over all variable, meaning they can access and modify all even after to-do list has been executed. Coming to the methods, the first method is the add to-do item. In this method, it adds a new to-do item to the all array. The next method is mark as completed of index. It marks the to-do at the given index as complete by setting its completed property to true. And the next method is const overdue. Overdue method filters the all array to return to-dos where the due date is earlier than today. The next method is due today. Due today method filters all the array to return to-dos where the due date is equal to today's date. The next method is due later. In due later method, we can see that it filters the all array to return to-dos where the due date is later than today. And the last method is to displayable list. This maps over the list of to-dos and formats them to display. So it includes a cross mark inside brackets which symbolizes the completed tasks, and the another symbol is empty brackets which symbolizes the incomplete tasks. And also it omits the due date if the task is due today. Coming to this return statement, the all array is private to the to-do list function. The methods returned by to-do list like add, mark as complete, and etc. access and manipulate the all array even though to-do list has already executed. This is possible because of closures. After this, a new to-do list instance is created by invoking to-do list function. The to-dos object now has access to methods like add, overdue, due today, and due over. So a formatted date variable, the function, it is also an arrow function is created. This is a helper function that formats a JavaScript date object into standard format by extracting the date part from the ISO string. The standard part actually contains the year, month, and date, including the time. But in this, the function only returns the only date by omitting the time. And next is setting dates. Um, the first one is the date today, which means the current date. It takes the current date of the day. If the today's date is 15/12, then it takes the date as December 15. And the next one is yesterday. Yesterday calculates the previous day's date by subtracting one day from date today. And the next one is the tomorrow, which calculates the next day's date by adding one day to date today. Next comes the important part, which is adding to-dos. This In this code, it adds 5 to-dos to all the array with different due date and completed statuses. So if we can see, a to-do called submit assignment is an one overdue task and it is not completed, and the parent is a due today task. Also, the service vehicle is also a due today task and it is not yet completed. And file taxes and pay electric bill are the tasks which should be completed tomorrow, so they are also not yet completed. But the parent task is completed today, so it got its value as true for the completed key. Next, we will display the to-do list. First, we are going to display the overdue tasks, which filters all tasks whose due date is earlier than today's date. And it formats the overdue tasks for displaying, showing a empty brackets or a brackets with a cross mark in it based on the completion status. Next, it will show tasks due today, which filters these tasks whose due date matches today's date. It formats the tasks due today, omitting the due date since it's implied. The next one prints the tasks which are due later. It filters the tasks whose due date is after today's date, that means tomorrow. It formats the tasks due later, including their due dates. We have assigned the functions to each variable, like formatted items, due later, due today, and due overdues. And we have implemented a console.log statement to print the tasks with the completion status. Now let us run the code. So if we can see, the submit assignment task was overdue, which means it was a task of yesterday and still not yet completed. And the tasks which are due today are service vehicle, which is not yet completed, and parent is also a task which need to be performed today, but it is completed. And the due later tasks include file taxes and pay electric bills, which are need to be completed tomorrow. And the date it takes is the date which is today, that is 15th December. In this way, we can create a simple to-do application. Thank you.